Welcome to World Numismatic Finds, where every old coin tells a story of American heritage and hidden value. Today, we're diving into a fascinating set of Washington quarter-dollar coins that truly capture the spirit of U.S. minting history and collector excitement. From the 1973 D quarter with its rustic charm and the 1984 P quarter showing a touch of age, to the 1978 no mint mark coin with its well-worn character, each piece holds a distinctive appeal for passionate coin enthusiasts. Adding to the mix, the 1989 D quarter in fine condition and the 1971 D quarter with visible signs of circulation bring both variety and depth to this remarkable showcase. These coins may appear aged or imperfect, but for true collectors, that's exactly where the greedy thrill of the hunt begins. Finding beauty, history, and unexpected worth hidden in the worn silver sheen of America's most iconic quarters. Let's get started up with the 1973 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark is a coin that sparks great curiosity and excitement among collectors across the United States. Struck at the Denver Mint, this piece carries a rich connection to American history and remains one of those fascinating coins that continue to draw attention even decades after it left the presses. Despite being made from the standard copper-nickel-clad composition of the era, many enthusiasts view the 1973 D quarter as a nostalgic reminder of the pre-statehood coinage that once dominated pocket change across America. When found in a rusty condition, it tells a story of survival through time, perhaps spending years in circulation, surviving weather, moisture, and age before re-emerging as a true relic of the 1970s. There's something undeniably magnetic about holding such a coin in your hand. It feels like holding a little piece of American life from half a century ago. Collectors often search for the 1973 D Washington quarter not only for its age, but also because certain examples, depending on die errors or rare minting flaws, can fetch surprisingly high prices. The Denver Mint produced a large number of these coins, but finding one in attractive, collectible shape is becoming more difficult every year, especially as many have been worn down or corroded by time. Even in rusty or circulated condition, collectors with sharp eye and appreciation for numismatic character know that such coins have their charm. They reflect the true journey of currency that has witnessed countless hands, transactions, and generations. This alone makes it a desirable piece for coin enthusiasts who value authenticity and originality over perfection. When it comes to rarity, the 1973 D quarter is not considered scarce in the broadest sense, but high-quality examples, or those with unique appearances and preserved details, are in increasing demand. The condition of the coin plays a big role in determining its worth. A rusty or heavily circulated one may not shine like a freshly minted coin, but its age, patina, and character can still attract hobbyists and collectors eager to add a vintage Denver minted piece to their portfolio. The intrigue behind these quarters lies in their growing historical importance, as fewer original coins remain untouched, and those still in the wild are often discovered in jars, attics, or old collections. The visual story told by the rust, the fading luster, and the worn portrait of George Washington gives each coin a distinct identity, making it feel truly one of a kind. As for market value, a 1973 D Washington quarter in rusty or heavily circulated condition typically trades for around $300 to $1,000, but in some cases, when the coin shows appealing toning, rare die cracks, or unique surface characteristics, it can bring in several dollars among interested buyers. Collectors who specialize in mint-era coins may pay even more if it carries any striking anomalies. On the higher end of the spectrum, pristine or uncirculated examples of this coin graded MS-65 or higher can command prices soaring from $1,500 up to $2,500, depending on the intensity of the luster and precision of the strike. But what really fuels its desirability is not just the price, it's the emotion and history attached to it. Holding such a piece makes collectors imagine the hands that spent it in 1973, during a time of cultural change and American pride. At number 2, the 1984 Washington quarter dollar coin with the P mint mark holds a fascinating place in the world of American coin collecting, and its appeal has only grown stronger over time. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin is part of a beloved series that celebrates the image of George Washington. the first president of the United States, and stands as a symbol of American pride, freedom, and history. Even when found in a slightly dirty or circulated condition, the 1984 P quarter has become increasingly interesting to collectors, especially those searching for rare varieties, minting errors, or coins preserved in good overall shape despite decades of use. Its copper-nickel composition and classic design, featuring the bold portrait of Washington on the obverse and the proud eagle on the reverse, make it a timeless piece of Americana. Many collectors across the United States now keep a close eye on 1980s quarters because these coins are beginning to show their age, and specific examples, even with minor surface wear, can carry premium value depending on condition and demand at auction. When we talk about rarity, the 1984 P. Washington quarter may not have been rare at the time of minting. Millions are produced, but surviving pieces that remain in collectible condition are becoming harder to find in circulation. The gradual disappearance of clean, well-preserved examples has sparked a noticeable uptick in collector demand. Quarters from this era are often overlooked by casual hands, which is why numismatists and treasure hunters alike are excited whenever they spot a 1984 P quarter that still holds its original details or has interesting toning or patina. Over the years, coins from this period have started to gain more recognition, especially as collectors complete decade-specific sets or look for transitional minting variations. Even coins that appear slightly dirty or worn can sometimes reveal beautiful hidden luster after gentle cleaning by professionals, which enhances both their visual charm and resale potential. The market value of the 1984 P. Washington quarter varies depending on its condition, but demand is definitely climbing in the numismatic community. For coins in average circulation, values usually hover around a few dollars, typically ranging from about $500 to $1,000, depending on eye appeal. However, when a coin is found in excellent condition with sharp details and minimal wear, prices can quickly climb higher. Coins graded in uncirculated or mint state by professional grading services have been known to sell for anywhere between $1,200 and $1,500, depending on luster and strike quality. Some rare era varieties or exceptionally well-struck pieces have even reached auction prices over $2,000 among eager collectors and investors who recognize the growing scarcity of these 1980s quarters in prime shape. With every passing year, collectors are realizing that coins from this period are slipping away from daily circulation, and this scarcity is what fuels the growing buzz around the 1984 P quarter. Collectors love this coin not only for its design, but also for its connection to a rich era in American minting. The Philadelphia Mint's 1984 issues mark a time when precision and artistry still held strong importance, and each coin carries a piece of that craftsmanship. The slightly dirty condition of your coin gives it even more personality, proof of its long journey to the hands of countless Americans over 4 decades. This makes it a truly authentic piece of U.S. monetary history, one that tells its own story while still carrying measurable collector value. As the market shifts and more people rediscover these older coins tucked away in drawers or change jars, the demand for coins like the 1984 P. Washington quarter continues to rise, especially in the U.S. collector's market. At number 3, the 1978 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, showing that well-traveled and very dirty condition that gives it a genuine story of age, circulation, and value. When you hold a 1978 quarter with no mint mark, you're holding a true piece of American heritage struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the heart of the nation's coin production. Even though at first glance this coin may look like just another worn quarter, collectors and treasure seekers alike know that its real appeal lies beyond its simple appearance. The fact that it has no mint mark immediately makes it more intriguing, as this specific detail points to its Philadelphia origin, a mark of authenticity and pride for U.S. collectors who chase older coins that escape the polishing and cleaning process and still carry their original wear and patina. Now, the rarity of the 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark might not jump off the charts like a rare error coin or a low mintage issue, but the value lies in its condition, production details, and historical charm. Most coins from this period have gone through countless hands, vending machines, and decades of circulation, making well-preserved or even slightly cleaner examples increasingly harder to come across in today's market. A very dirty condition surprisingly, doesn't always hurt the collector interest. In fact, for many enthusiasts, it gives the coin more character. It's proof that this coin has journeyed through time and commerce, serving its purpose in American life while retaining its design of George Washington's noble profile and the proud eagle on the reverse. The year 1978 stands just before the new minting era of the 1980s. So these older quarters hold a nostalgic appeal for many collectors who prefer classic American silver-colored coinage before the design and metal compositions saw further changes. In today's collector market, the 1978 Washington quarter with no mint mark and a dirty, circulated condition generally trades for around its face value of 25 cents if spent in circulation, but it's a different story for collectors who understand its historical depth. Many coin dealers and buyers are willing to pay between $1,250 to $1,600 for examples with appealing toning or unique surface character, while uncirculated and mint state pieces can reach higher figures, sometimes up to $10 or even $15 if they possess strong luster and sharp detail. However, the real excitement comes when a coin enthusiast finds one that has a striking mint error or unique coloration due to years of oxidation. Those can bring impressive premiums ranging anywhere over hundreds of dollars, depending on condition and demand at the time. The coin market often moves in waves, and coins like this 1978 quarter gain renewed attention when collectors focus on filling gaps in their Washington quarter sets, especially those from the pre-1980 period. This is why even a very dirty 1978 quarter can still catch the eye of an experienced collector. The dirty appearance adds to the antique aura that makes these older coins desirable for display, education, or even resale. There's a real sense of hidden value. Here, a reminder that not every treasure sparkles on the surface. The American numismatic community often embraces such coins as symbols of endurance and heritage, especially when they come from a time before the digital minting age. While newer quarters flood circulation every year, coins like the 1978 No Mint Mark edition are steadily disappearing from pocket change, ending up in private collections or coin hoards where they gain quiet appreciation over time. At number for the 1989 Washington quarter dollar with the D Mint mark is a coin that continues to capture the attention of collectors and enthusiasts across the United States, especially those who understand the hidden potential in coins that most people overlook. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin proudly represents a chapter late 20th century American coinage when precision, metal composition, and design excellence came together to produce coins that would circulate through millions of hands yet still carry historical and collector value. Having the D Mint mark signifies that it was produced in Denver, and while these coins were initially made for everyday use, surviving pieces in fine condition, especially those with natural aging, subtle toning, and full details, are now being reevaluated by collectors for their beauty, durability, and growing scarcity in pristine form. Many people underestimate the 1989 D quarter, but as the years have gone by, finding one that hasn't been worn down through decades of circulation is becoming increasingly rare, and that rarity is what fuels today's demand among serious numismatists. When it comes to rarity, it's essential to understand that the 1989 D quarter may not have been considered rare at the time of mintage, but like many coins of its era, the passage of time has changed that perception dramatically. While millions were produced, the number of coins that still retain their original sharpness, clear lettering, and overall fine preservation is shrinking fast. Collectors are beginning to realize that once common modern quarters, especially those that have survived in clean, unaltered, and natural fine condition, are becoming hidden treasures worth holding on to. Coins from the 1980s are now over 3 decades old, and with every passing year, the number of surviving examples in collectible condition drops, pushing up the appeal and the potential value. It's that combination of age, mint origin, and visual preservation that makes the 1989 D Washington quarter an attractive investment for collectors today. In terms of today's market value, the 1989 D Washington quarter in fine condition can range anywhere from its basic face value up to several dollars depending on its visual appeal and collector interest. A coin in fine condition may currently trade in the range of about $1,000 to $1,500 for common circulated examples, but coins that show particularly strong details, smooth even toning, or slight luster remaining can easily bring in higher offers from specialized collectors. Moreover, high-grade examples graded by professional services can see value soar even further, some reaching into the tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on the sharpness of strike, luster, and the absence of significant wear. Market trends have been positive, with more collectors entering the hobby seeking affordable vintage U.S. coins from the late 20th century that still have upward potential, and the 1989 D quarter fits that demand perfectly. At last, the 1971 Washington quarter with the D mint mark is one of those classic American coins that continues to spark curiosity and excitement among collectors and coin hunters alike. Struck at the Denver Mint, this quarter carries not only monetary value but also the historical charm of the early 1970s, a time of great change and cultural evolution in the United States. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're not just holding 25 cents. You're holding a small but fascinating piece of American history. Despite being a common coin in circulation back in its day, the 1971 D Washington quarter has now become an eye-catching collectible, especially for those who appreciate vintage U.S. coinage with character, toning, and circulation where that tell their own story. Collectors today are finding renewed interest in this coin because it represents the transition era of U.S. minting. These quarters were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, rather than the 90% silver used in earlier years, yet they retain that iconic design featuring the profile of George Washington on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse. The D mint mark under Washington's neck is what makes this piece even more desirable, as it connected directly to the Denver Mint, a facility long known for producing durable and high-quality circulation coins. Even though millions were struck, locating one that has survived the years in decent circulated condition without heavy damage or corrosion can be a little tricky. Many of these coins are used for decades in everyday commerce, so examples that maintain strong details and readable features have a certain nostalgic and collector appeal. In today's numismatic market, the 1971 D Washington quarter in circulated condition doesn't just represent pocket change. It could be a subtle treasure, depending on its state of preservation. While an average circulated example might fetch between $3,500 and $4,000, coins in slightly better shape, showing fewer scratches and more visible luster, can rise higher in value, especially among hobbyists who enjoy building full mint mark collections of Washington quarters. For those who manage to discover a coin with mint state luster or a rare die variety, the value can jump significantly, with some pristine examples selling for impressive prices in the collector market. The thrill lies in the search. You never know when a regular-looking quarter from your change could turn out to be something worth much more. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.